crafty friends. I sure hope you're having a fabulous day today. My name is Robyn Pitts with Sir Chauncey Rocco Creative Designs. If you're new to my channel or you're a returning viewer, welcome. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join me. Please take a moment to hit that red subscribe button as well as that little bell icon so that you will always be notified when I upload a new video. Today I have a really exciting project for you. I'm going to show you how to make 3 easy and elegant chocolate candy boxes and party favors. This is perfect for any time of the year, but also for those special occasions such as birthdays, bridal showers, and weddings. To make these boxes, I'm using digital files by MYSCRAPCHICK. However, if you don't have an electronic cutting machine, don't worry. I'll show you how you can make these projects and cut them out by hand. The paper collection that I'm using is Minty Vacation. I have used this in several of my recent videos. This is available at ASC Craft Supplies. You can visit them on the web or on their Etsy store. Also, please feel free to use my coupon code Robyn10. That's all in capital letters to receive a 10% discount upon checkout. In front of you, I have 3 different candy boxes, and all of them are really beautiful but super simple to make. The first box that I created is called the 1 in 3 candy box. I think this is so adorable, and I love the open window on the top. On the left, I have this beautiful hand-rolled flower. I created this using an Anna Griffin quilling die. I will be sure to include a link to the video tutorial that shows you how to make this. I have lined this with cute little skeleton leaves, a little bow. We've got a little tag here and it says sweet. I cut that out from Cricut Design Space. I've also embellished this with some Nouveau drops from my collection. On the side you have this little scalloped opening, and I can simply take the top off. You see the peekaboo liners, and I love this little scallop trim. I think that looks so dainty. Inside I have filled with white crinkled paper, and then I've placed the chocolate truffles on top. This is a really nice compact size. I think this would also be perfect as a Christmas stocking stuffer. Simply change the paper to something more festive. This measures 4.5 by 1.5 inches tall. The next box is called the Sweet Nugget Matchbox. Again, I have one of those hand-rolled flowers, and these tags here are the negative space from this box. I simply layered on 2 colors, and then I added in the sentiment that says sweet. I've got a little pearl here. These boxes come in 4 different designs. Here you see the scallop design. They also have a square, a scallop square, and then you can have this all solid without a window. I've embellished this with more of my Nouveau drops. This matchbox just pushes out like so. And inside I have decorated each of the chocolate pieces. These are Hershey nuggets. Let me just show this to you. And I've just wrapped decorative paper around it. And inside you can see I have crinkled paper on the bottom. And this measures 3 inches by 2.25 by 1 inch. Another perfect little stocking stuffer. This is also the perfect size to drop into a paper purse. The final box is called the Rectangle Box with 3D Bow. I love the way this turned out. This box measures 5.25 inches by 3.25 inches. On top you have this beautiful 3D bow. I've cut out this little tag that says just for you and added in a little gem. On the top I've created this cute little floral spray. Again, these are more of the hand-rolled flowers, and I've used some yellow stamens on top and bottom. I did add this pink pearl trim to bring out the pink colors in the paper, and I've got more gemstones on either side of the floral spray. In the center I've included this cute sentiment that says sweet summertime, and I've added in more of my Nouveau drops. This is the side and the back. This is much larger than the other 2 boxes that I just showed you. Let's look inside. I have this filled with crinkled paper and several chocolate truffles. I really love the presentation of this. I think it is so elegant, and again, it's very easy to make. Now that I've given you an overview of these 3 boxes, I'm going to clear off my desktop so that we can make each of these together. I'll be right back. The first candy box that we're going to make is the 1x3 candy box. Now this is available from MYSCRAPCHICK.com. In fact, the next 3 boxes that we make are all available at MYSCRAPCHICK.com. This particular box comes in a variety of formats. You have the 1x3, which we're going to make today. You have a 2x2. You also have a larger 4x4 candy box. The great thing about MyScrapChick files is that you can use an electronic cutting machine, which is what I used. I imported all of the files into Cricut Design Space and cut them out on my Cricut Maker. However, if you do not have an electronic cutting machine, this file also comes in a PDF format so that you can actually copy this onto your desired cardstock and then manually cut it by hand. This also gives you the instructions for Cricut Design Space, or if you're using a silhouette. Now this box is going to measure 4.5 inches by 1.5 inches wide and 1 inch tall. In your file, you will have the base of the box, and I've already gone ahead and folded along the score line. This is the lid. This is the acetate insert that will go inside the top of the lid like so, and you receive these inserts. This is what will hold the candy, and they will fit nicely inside the box just like so. So let's start assembling this. The first thing that we're going to do is assemble the box. We're going to glue down these inner panels. So this is going to be folded in just like so, and this will serve as a reinforcement for this panel. Next, we're going to fold these little tabs to this side panel here, and you want to get them aligned so that there's a nice square. Now we're going to do that on all 4 sides. Now that we have all of the 4 tabs assembled, we're going to glue this tab down, and this is going to be a reinforcement just like we created the reinforcement piece for the side. So just glue these tabs down. Now our box is complete. Now let's work on the lid. To save time, I've glued on the decorative panels. We're going to turn this over, and we're going to get our acetate piece. I've just added score tape along the side, and then I'm going to attach that inside the lid just like so. So you have your lid that looks like this. Next, we want to assemble the lid, and we're just going to glue these tabs to the side panel just like we did for the base. So go ahead and glue down all 4 tabs. Now we have our lid assembled. Let's work on the inserts. We'll have 3 inserts. I've already assembled one, and this is going to fit inside just like so. And to assemble these, we're simply going to fold along the tab and create the box just like so. I have assembled and inserted each of the inserts, and as you can see, they poke up from the top, so that gives a very nice presentation. All we have to do now is add the candy. So I have these Lindor chocolate truffles, which are my favorite, so I'm just going to stick one in each of the containers and put my lid on. This is our completed 1 and 3 candy box, and I really love the way this turned out. I want to add a few more embellishments, and I will show you what it looks like during the final reveal. So let's move on to our next candy box. The next candy box that we're going to create is the Sweet Nugget matchboxes. In this file, you receive 4 different variations. You receive the oval, a square, there's a scallop square, and then the 4th box is just a plain cover with no window. In this file, you'll receive the base of the matchbox. You'll receive these pieces here, which are actually the candy dividers, a piece to cut out the acetate. This is the outside of the box, and then you'll also get this little frame. And then you get pieces to wrap the nugget boxes. So these are the candies that we will include in this box, and I'm using these Hershey nuggets. I've already covered 3 of them, so this is what it looks like. So let's start assembling this. The first thing we're going to do is fold and burnish along all of the score lines. I've already done that. Then you want to turn it on the side, and what we're going to do is glue these pieces, this tab and this tab down, just like so. These are going to be reinforcements for the side of the box. So go ahead and add glue here and here, and then once you glue that down, make sure you burnish it well. Now that we've attached the sides, we're going to take these 4 tabs and glue them to the side, just like so, to create the box. So go ahead and glue these tabs in on all 4 sides. Now we're going to glue these last 2 tabs down, and that will serve as a reinforcement, just like these 2 pieces here. Our box is now complete. We're going to work on the dividers. So what you want to do first is fold and make this a mountain fold, and then you're going to take these little tabs and fold them up, just like so. So you should have a piece that looks like this. You're going to do the same thing to both sides. Next, you want to attach a little glue here to hold these pieces together. Don't glue these tabs down. You'll notice that there's a slot going up and there's a slot going from the top down. Okay, what you want to do is feed this piece through the slot, just like so, and these will become the dividers. You want to make sure that you press this all the way down so that these tabs are flush. And put glue on these tabs and then glue them in. Once you glue in all your tabs, you should have a piece that looks like this. There are additional little squares that go in each of these spaces here to cover up the tabs. I'm cutting mine out in green so that it's all one color. You can also use decorative paper if you like. So let's set this aside and begin working on the outer cover. I've already added in the decorative layer on the top. I'm going to turn this over, grab my acetate, and the acetate is going to be centered evenly right on this panel, just over this little decorative area here. Okay, and you want to make sure you don't go over these score lines. Now that we have the acetate glued in, we're going to wrap this around the matchbox, just like so. And you have this little tab here, that's going to be the glue tab. You want to make sure you wrap this while the box is inside. I'm going to put glue right on this top strip here. I'm going to make sure that these tabs are nice and even. Okay, and there we have our box. So I'm going to pull this out. Let's work on our nuggets. So I have 3 of the nuggets wrapped already. I'm going to take this strip and just wrap it around just like so. There are no score marks. You just wrap it so that it's nice and even around the nugget. Okay, and then you just glue it down. And this should still be able to move freely inside the wrapper. Now we can drop in our nuggets just like so. And slide it into our box. Next, I've created a little tag. Now these little spaces are the negative spaces that cut out from the paper, and so I simply just attach them together. I cut out this little sentiment from Cricut Design Space that says sweet, and then I embellished it with a little gem. This is one of the hand-rolled Anna Griffin flowers that I've created, and then I've added a little bow here with some leaves, and I'm going to attach that just like so to the top of the box. This is the final box that we're going to make. This is called the rectangle box with 3D bow. Now this is much larger than the 2 previous candy boxes that we made. In your file, you'll receive the lid, and to save time, I've already gone ahead and glued the decorative panels. You'll know this is the lid because it's got a little hole in the center. I don't know if you can see that. And this is the base of the box. You'll also have these pieces to make the 3D bow. So let's go ahead and make the bottom of the box first. I've already gone ahead and folded along the score lines. What we're going to do is glue these tabs just like so to form the box. Okay, so you want to glue each of these panels on all of the 4 sides. Now that we have the box glued together, we're going to work on the lid. And I like to glue the lid on top of the box because that will give a more secure and accurate fit. So just fit the lid on top, and then we're going to glue these 4 tabs together just like so. Okay, so put your box on top. You want to push this together to make sure it's nice and square, and repeat on the other 3 sides. So now you want to take off your box and make sure you burnish these tabs. Next, we want to make the bow. To make the bow, you'll have a piece that looks like this. Now, I've already gone ahead and glued the tails together, and you want to make sure that the hole is lined up just like so. You'll have this piece which goes in the center of the bow, and then the tail, and you'll notice each of them have a little hole in the center. The first thing that we're going to do, brad in just like so from the bottom. And then make a circle. So the head of the brad is the bottom of this circle. And we're going to take this piece, we're going to attach it to this part of the bow, attach the tails, and then attach this. But before I do that, I want to make sure that I have this nice and secure. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue around the brad. And then I'm going to add glue to the bottom of this bow. Add this in. Make sure I center it on the tail. And then I'm going to add glue to the bottom of these tails just like so. Make sure you still have a nice firm grasp on the brad, just like so. I'm holding my thumb in the middle of this circle. And then I'm going to feed the brad through the hole on the top. I'm going to align the bow exactly where I want and press down. And then I'm going to open up the brad on the other side. Now if you want to add a decorative piece here on the top of the lid to cover up the brad, you certainly can. Otherwise, you can just fit the lid on just like so. And this makes a beautiful presentation. I'm going to finish embellishing this box and the other 2 boxes that we did, and then I'll be back with the final reveal. These are the 3 candy boxes that I've made. This is the first box, which is the 1x3 candy box. I have embellished it with this flower and a cute little tag. I think that looks so lovely. This is the second box that we made. This is the Sweet Nugget Matchbox. And this is the final box, which is the rectangle box with the 3D bow. As you can see, each of these boxes make a lovely and elegant presentation, yet you've seen firsthand how easy they are to make. This concludes my review of my chocolate candy boxes and party favors. Hopefully I've inspired you with new and creative ideas. If you like this video, please take a moment to give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Please be sure to join me tomorrow for another exciting video. Bye for now, and happy crafting.